Austin's most popular trail could get a makeover. For 15 years, city leaders have talked about closing a mile-long gap on the Town Lake Hike and Bike Trail.
That plan would extend the trail from just east of the Austin American Statesman building to more than a mile east of Interstate 35. It's been approved, although the city has never been able to find the money. But that could change. All new at 6, KXAN City reporter Reagan Hackelman joins us live from Lady Bird Lake. And Reagan, ultimately this could be up to the Austin voters, correct?
Well, hey there, Robert and Leslie. You are correct about that. The $17 million needed to fill in the gap that starts right here at this fence and extends east to I-35 is part of a much larger bond package, one that's a total of $85 million. But there is no guarantee that the boardwalk will actually make it into the final bond package for voters to vote on come November. The Town Lake Hike and Bike Trail is a popular place for many to spend their lunchtime. But for some, this fence marks the end of the line.
It's, somewhat dangerous.
Having to go up to the intersection of the busy street, I'm pretty much in my walk here.
Here is just east of the Austin American Statesman's building on Riverside. As of right now, if you want to complete the whole 10.1-mile Town Lake Trail, you're going to have to exit here, walk south toward Riverside, walk, run, or jog east on Riverside, cross over I-35, and a little more than a mile later, this is where you're going to pick the trail back up on Lakeshore Drive just east of I-35. For almost 15 years, the city has wanted to close the gap using a boardwalk, but the funding has never been there until now. $17 million for the 1.1-mile boardwalk is included in the city's recently released mobility bond package.
How much bang for your buck do you get for that $17 million?
Austin City Council member Laura Morrison is concerned that the boardwalk project equals about 20% of the entire bond package.
If we took that $17 million and used it for other projects, how many other projects would we be able to complete? We might be able to really cover many, many, many more projects.
Some trail users agree with the council member.
It's nothing I would particularly vote for at this time. I think there's a lot of other important issues out there that probably need the attention of finding bond money for.
But other trail users say after more than a decade, it's time for the city to move forward and close the gap.
The trail is good. It gets pretty crowded, on the kind of by Lake or Austin High and stuff. But so a lot of people use it. So in the end, I think it's probably going to be worthwhile.
In the end, closing the gap could be up to Austin voters if the boardwalk makes it on the final version of the bond package. The public will get a chance to weigh in on the bond package. There's an open house starting tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Austin City Hall. Now, ultimately, it's up to the city council what actually makes it in the bond package. They're expected to do that sometime in August, and then it could be in front of voters sometime in November. Now, the city tells us if it gets approved, the boardwalk would take about 2 years to build. Reporting live from South Austin, Reagan Hackelman, KXAN Austin.